Hello, welcome to Ascension Diary 11, the journey part 6. I walk my dog every day, maybe twice a day sometimes, and we walk down the street by this big huge tree. And I put my hand on it and I just kind of feel it every time we walk by. I've been doing this for months because it's just so old and grand. So I finally thought maybe this tree has a message. So this is the big tree on the dog walk. In the tree's heart is happiness. Everything is perfect and relaxing. The tree is glad I noticed it. The tree is startled. After all this time, someone wants to talk to it. It's been there a long time and no one ever really noticed or tried to talk to it. The tree says a change is coming. It will increase the love vibration around the world. It's not going to be easy, but it's coming quick now. Get those around you ready. And he says, I'm glad we talked. Isn't that nice? All right, so a little while later, I channeled a second message from the tree, and because I thought the first one was so good. So here's the second message. The tree says, divine timing is bringing the light in a unique way on the bad and the good. Secrets are ready to start to flow out until the surrender of the evil. How does this tree know this stuff? The tree feels the happiness beginning to grow and admires the resolution of the ones that kept quiet for so long. It's just weird. All right. Now, I want to get back to Regil, the cat being. And I don't know anything about Regil, and I think Regil kind of knows everything about me. So I asked the cards, can you tell me something about yourself? Okay? And this is what the cards are saying. You would consider me royalty. I have a high status on my world. We all live in comfort here, but I enjoy a little more luxury. We live in harmony with our planet. We here are generous, dependable, friendly, and nurturing, and yet enjoy our independence. I was hesitant to talk to you when you reached out. All right, now I know I told you I meditated and reached out, and she pretty much was like, when you meditate, you don't realize it, but the world is real. She says I basically went to every door on her whole planet and pretty much yelled in the house, I know you're here, will you talk to me? So just be careful when you're meditating. I'm just saying that. And I'm going to get into meditation, and I'm going to talk about that soon. But she says, I was hesitant to talk to you when you reached out. Most here are very careful about who we contact. When no one here was answering your call, I decided to engage. I saw your inner strength and thought you worthy. You are maturing in your energies, and you already know that you are a healer. And I was told that in my 20s. Somebody said that, and I never really experienced me healing anybody. But you're going to have to come out with this and be assertive. There is no time to worry about repercussions. It's time to start. You have help. Love will lead. And of course, Regil talks about love. She is the most beautiful, loving thing I've ever met. I mean, it's a trip. Well, I heard, okay, so then I did the messages on the Mer people last time and found out about him. So I wondered if there was any that would talk or maybe meet one day. And this is what the cards say. They heard my inquiry and are willing to communicate. They appreciate that I took the time to learn how to be able to do this. They will be willing to meet. I think it should be soon. They are in 7D and are moving to 8D when the Earth shifts. Like us moving from 3 and 4D to 5D. I think when they go to 8D, they will be out of phase with us. And you won't be able to meet them like you can now. So if anybody is pure of heart and really wants to meet a mermaid, now is the time. If you live by the ocean, go out to the ocean and meditate. They say they're willing to meet. If you're I'm just saying what I'm getting. So that's the mer people. Now, Colorado Bigfoot guy, he gets around and he gets all these pictures of stuff. And I went around one day and I took some pictures, like thinking of the people I'm talking to. And then I looked in his pictures and I swear I found the dragon. You know, I mean, it's all questionable, of course. I found the cat being, and I found an interdimensional, which I'm going to talk to you about in a second. And so I did my cards. I said, is it my imagination what I saw in my pictures? And this is what the cards say about this. It's questionable. Was it there? Was it not? Things hide in unique ways in front of our eyes. One with understanding can see. Will this help you on your journey or not? And I realized that I don't really need to take pictures and see stuff in my pictures. That's not going to help me on my journey at all. But the cards were like saying, you know, I mean, it just, they are such a trip, man. They're such a trip. All right. So then, all right, all right, I got to get back to this interdimensional here. So when I quit talking to the dragon, I wanted to talk to an interdimensional. And so I threw my cards down. How many interdimensionals connected just by me asking if one wants to? It comes up 7 have been watching me. They've noticed the work I've done and recognized the unique way to communicate. So then I asked, is there one that wants to talk? 5 are considering, 1 will talk. A very good energy that also wants to help me get through. So I like that. So I asked, do you have a message now of this, this interdimensional? The interdimensional was wondering if I was going to get to this point. I have had a divine intervention to get where I am as quickly as I did. They have waited until this exact time before they would communicate. They were careful not to talk until I was ready. The interdimensional said, from the 8th density, it will help me on my journey. So then I asked, what does Regile think about the interdimensional? And she says, you have connected to one that is good. It will have great guidance. It is old and evolved. It's surprising how fast you found this interdimensional. Also, how quickly you forgot about Pete and started something new. So I like that. I have a little bit more about the interdimensional. I think I want to get to it right now. What do I call this interdimensional? And I just decided to use my cards. And they come up. I understand you need a name for me. To make it easy, call me magician. I also here to guide you to the 5th density. We won't need this form of communication after that. Nice. So I did a 5th density cards. I'll get to that next time. My time is up this time. I've got more. Come back. It just keeps getting good. Come on.